But the sun was my muse. Every morning it rises, and every sunrise, every second is unique. That morning I leapt out of bed to capture that moment. The light changes constantly. A sunrise must be painted as it happens. It is a race against time. Each tiny gradation of light, all the shifting tones of colour. Don't tell me you can just saunter off to a studio and recreate those from memory. To capture the moment in the moment, that's the challenge. How long did I have? 30 minutes at most, maybe only 10. Sweeping washes of paint. Thin, fluid bands, a swift foundation. The sky, the docks, the water. Ah, so many shades of grey. Quicker, shorter brushstrokes. Boat masts and the ghost of a harbour infused with the rising light. And there, in fierce burning reds, the heart of the sun. In the weeks before the exhibition, we drove ourselves harder than ever. We painted from our hearts, not our heads. It meant everything to us to find new ways to capture our world. Within that small photographer's studio on the Boulevard de Capucines was the most vibrant, most modern exhibition Paris had ever seen.
It's only the first day.
It's the opening. There should be a crowd, a queue around the corner.
This is no ordinary exhibition.
You're right. It's a disaster.
You must be patient. Word will spread.
We need reviews.
I wrote to everyone.
They said we were declaring war on beauty. And the wallpaper in its embryonic state was more finished. Our young heads were filled with beauty. And my impression sunrise? What was it? My impression, somebody wrote, unimpressed. From an insult came a name. Impressionism. A name. The only return on all that work.
Alice, the light's changing.
As the light changed on the haystack, the whole subject was transformed. And the light kept changing through the day, through different days.
How can anyone say that a landscape even exists when it changes so constantly?
You'll have to be quick.
And I only worked on each canvas in its light, seizing just the right moment at a stroke.
The light's fading.
Or that moment will be lost.
You look like a conductor.
"15 pictures of the same thing, and they all sold in 3 days. Something had changed. The world, it seemed, was beginning to see things my way. A haystack. A haystack was as much of a subject as a vase of flowers. And if the finish wasn't smooth, no comment. It was the beginning of what became known as my series paintings. I painted poplar trees along the bank of the river. I went to Rouen to paint the cathedral. I couldn't sleep for nightmares that the cathedral was coming down on top of me. It was blue or pink or yellow. I must have done 30 paintings there.
It's nearly finished. You seem to be getting closer and closer to your subject.
Most likely what I'm attempting is beyond my powers. Most likely I shall die without knowing.
Monet has outlived them all. Now he is a hero, one of the most successful painters who ever lived, the father of Impressionism. We have his paintings and his garden, the fleeting moments, an impression of life.